Hey everyone, Alice here with the weekly sneak peek reading. So let's just talk about this week for a little bit. It is a full moon week on Tuesday morning, night. So technically, it's kind of Monday night, Monday into Tuesday night. That's the full moon. Full moon in Sagittarius. Full moons in Sagittarius. It's like the sort of peak time. Full moons are about completion, completion of cycles, ending things, finishing things, accomplishing things. With Sagittarius, the moon in Sagittarius, this can make people feel more adventurous, feel more spontaneous, make you feel like you want to try things out, feeling like you want to experiment with things here. Just be careful that you might feel like you want to do it a little excess, especially, if you're hanging out with friends. It can make you feel like you want to be more social and make you feel possibly like, I can have another drink or two or three. So just be a little cautious about drinking too much. There is energy for that, definitely, especially, summertime, and a lot of places in North America, Northern Hemisphere, getting into sort of that summer groove here. All right, so what's happening this week energetically? And when I say energetically, this is what is, where the planets are sort of aligning and the energy that's around us. So it's not really like, it's not a horoscope. I forgot what they're called. It's not like a horoscope. I like to think of it more as sort of like an astrological forecast, like how the weather man or woman, whatever person tells you what the weather is going to be like based on, where they see the winds are blowing and, the currents, the air currents, and the warm and the cold and all that, so they can kind of sort of predict what the weather may be like. That's what I feel like this is. It's kind of like, what are the energies that may be around you and how that might affect not just you, but the people around you as well. Now, I'm not an astrologist at all. I just kind of go off from sources that I trust and what I think is like relevant, especially to the readings that I'm doing and the energy that I'm pulling here. And this week is fucking relevant. This week is like, there's so much like, I think it has a lot to do with the moon starting off in Sagittarius here. It's like, and with the full moon, there's a lot of social activity here. So apparently, and I say apparently because I'm not an astrologer, so I'm just like relaying information to you. So Monday, the start of this week, is kind of going to be bringing in this energy of socializing that's going to last pretty much most of the summer, to be honest. So if this summer, for some reason, even if you're not the most social person, if you just kind of are feeling like, I want to be more social this summer, it's not just you, it's in the energy. I feel like a lot of people this summer are going to want to just be more social. I mean, you can say logically, yeah, because for the past few years and the past few summers, a lot of people haven't been able to travel. There's a lot of traveling going on as well. And I've noticed that, just in general. I live in Canada, in Toronto, and Pearson International Airport is like now being infamous for having a lot of delays because the demand is high for people to travel. Yes, that's happening because of circumstances, but it's also in the energy. So I'm like, I can't really deny that because I don't really believe in coincidences. So things like that are happening. It's like, oh yeah, that makes total sense to me, not just in a logical way, but in an energetic way as well. People want to get out there, they want to socialize, they want to travel, they want to broaden their horizons. So I feel like the energy is here that's going to last for like several weeks. So if you just feel you want to get out more, you want to like see people more, just talking and hanging out with your existing friends and family and just wanting to like have more friends, like expanding your social circle, that's that's in the energy, and it's starting on Monday. So don't kind of be surprised if that's going on here. Tuesday, like I said, that's where the full moon is. Just be careful. There is energy there that you may overindulge a little bit into Tuesday here. So just be kind of cautious of that. There is energy here that you may want to. You may feel a little hungover in more ways than one, even just energetically. So you might want to slow down a bit on Tuesday. Take things a little easy. Don't push yourself too hard, like at work or anything like that on Tuesday. Wednesday, there can be some weird, like passive aggressive energy, especially when it has to do with things like at work or like people that you're working with, working on something, whether it's a project or you're just doing something together. It's mostly because like I say work because a lot of the energy here is because everybody wants to get out and do something fun, right? It's nice out. If it's nice out, but there's just sort of this antsy energy of like, I don't want to be doing work. I want to be going out and having fun, and that can just make people kind of snappy at each other. It's like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'd rather do something else than this. It's because of that energy that's starting on Monday of wanting to socialize. And when you're trapped inside or trapped doing work and you're like, I wish I was doing something else other than this. I want to have fun. And it just creates a little grumpiness here, a little bit of a grumpy atmosphere. So that's about midweek, the energy there. Let's see what's going on. Thursday kind of smooths things over a bit more, so there's less of that grumpy energy here. And if anybody's feelings got hurt from the day before, that's going to kind of be smoothed over a bit. You're probably just going to forget about it. If somebody snapped at you or said something, or you snapped at them, bygones will be bygones by then. And then Friday, near the end of the week, it's picking up again. The energy is going to pick up again, to the point that, you or people around you might feel a little bit overwhelmed about how fast the energy is coming in here, because it's almost like blink and you'll miss it kind of thing. This sort of, feel good type of energy, very positive energy. It's just kind of gonna like blast in on Friday for some reason. Well, I mean, not for some reason, it's there, but like, yeah. So leading into Saturday, there's a bit of a hiccup. Possibly a little more passive aggressive, but more on a social level here of people trying to be controlling. Perhaps people are trying to control what we or you do on Saturday, and maybe there can be some butting of heads there. Maybe people are getting a little butthurt about that. Possibly being a little like suspicious that there are other motives involved, like, oh, so you want to go here because like you want this or something. I don't know. It's like some weird ego shit happening here. That's kind of like the only sort of like bump here this week here, Saturday. Sunday is a lot better. In fact, the energy on Sunday with Neptune and Venus, they're sextiling. I mean, yes, but this can create a very like romantic atmosphere. So if you want to like have a date night, Sunday would probably be a nice night. Lots of that energy around there. It's a good day to focus on romantic things. Also on Saturday, I want to point out there is a small window of opportunity here. For me in the Eastern time zone, it's like right in the morning. It's like between like 7 and 11. It's like really short, but it's a good opportunity if you want to reach out to somebody or people and like have, like a good conversation with those people, or like build up your relationship with somebody in a positive way. that, those few hours Saturday morning, the energy is there, to kind of back you up in a sense. So yeah, all in all, I feel like this week and moving on to the next few weeks, that energy of being social, of wanting to be more social, of wanting to talk to people, be around people, is there. Even if you're, like I said, even if you're not somebody who normally is very social, it's just that energy is there. So here, I can't wait. What is it exactly? Here, I'll tell you. Oh yeah, it's because Mercury is in Gemini. Mercury is in Gemini, and that's what's making that energy there. And especially for this week with the Sagittarius moon, that's where all this being adventurous and socializing is coming from, mostly. From my understanding, like I said, not an astrologer, but that's just the energy here, and that's kind of what is driving me, at least for these readings. So we'll get into the readings now. So we're going to go through Aries through Pisces. We're just going to take a sneak peek here, slightly different of what's going on here. I did try it out. The reading makes sense. It's just a little all over the place, but we will make do. Disclaimers. Technically, this reading is timeless. Whenever you find it is when you're meant to find it. There may be a message in here for you, although I do think out of all the readings, aside from like the moon readings, which I will be doing a full moon in Sagittarius reading probably tomorrow, that there, those readings, the moon readings and the weekly readings, I feel are more tied to the time. But whenever you find it, it doesn't matter. There can be a message for you if that's when you found it. But I do think that they are a little bit more time based than the other readings, just because of the energy with the planets and everything, the aspects. I guess they're not really planets. They're not all planets. The moon isn't a planet, but the aspects. Yeah, so there's that. Also keep in mind, these are general readings. They're not personal readings, so not everything is going to resonate and apply to your situation here. Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and don't try to force it. I'm so distracted right now because I hear people walking around and talking like outside. It's just super distracting. I'm not even gonna lie. I may pause and wait. This is why I do things late at night when things aren't distracting, but lately I've been doing them during the day, and I'm gonna tell you, my readings that I do during the day are fucking weird because I get distracted halfway through. I don't think I have, I'm not diagnosed with any sort of ADHD, but when I'm doing energy, it's just, I need to focus on what I'm doing because I don't have a filter on my mouth. Whatever comes into my brain, I say, because I try not to stop myself because there could be something there that I need to get out. So when there are distractions around me, I tend to speak about the distractions, and it just, it sidetracks everything. The entire reading, everything gets sidetracked, and yeah. This is why at night, I don't have any distractions to do that. I don't think it's an ADHD thing. It's just I don't have a filter. Normally, I would just not mention it. Okay, distractions are gone. I'm sorry. All right, what was I saying? These aren't personal readings. These are general readings. So whatever is clicking for you, whatever makes sense, take that. If it isn't making sense, then it's not for you. It may not be your story. It can be future influence. You'll know. Use your instincts. Use your intuition. Here, I'm going through Aries through Pisces. So you can check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. There's maybe if you have a dominant sign, or you just feel drawn to a sign, or you're cross-watching, which I will warn you, I take the side of the sign, so I apologize if you are offended, if you are the person and I say something about you. Apologies. Yeah, I think that's it. If you enjoy these readings or you find them interesting, I do appreciate it if you could like and or subscribe. That does help me do more here with the channel. You'll be notified when I post new readings up, which I try to do frequently. Like I said, I will be posting a full moon in Sagittarius reading probably tomorrow, before the full moon, hopefully. Yeah, so, and I do the weekly and the weekend readings. I try to, at least. Yeah, so greatly appreciated. Let's get into the readings. All right, Aries. So this is going to be a little different than what I normally do. Sort of. Similar, but different. So socializing is a big energy here for this week. So I won't be surprised if we get a lot to do with connections here. So I will focus a little bit on connections. That's why I'm using the Kipper deck here. So I'm gonna like get some of these energies out, and we'll talk about them as we go. Aries, you kind of get the luxury of me explaining more, because as the signs go, I explain less and less because I feel it's redundant to explain myself over and over again. At least in detail. Okay. Does it? Thank you. Okay. So, we're going to put out 3 cards. We're going to call these the surprise cards. And then this is the obstacle or the situation that's going on here. Courthouse. There may be some decisions here that possibly you feel like you might have to make, or making compromises here with people. We'll talk more about it. I'll just give you the general idea while I'm getting out the cards, and then, you know, I'll go over it a little bit more. I find the biggest part of all of this is just getting the energies out. So this is going to be your energy, your incoming energy for this week. I just noticed they're very rainbowy. It is Pride Month. I didn't even think of that using the colors here. Anxiety and rejection. Okay, your incoming energy. You may be feeling very anxious about either feeling rejected or having to reject someone. You might be the one who's doing the rejecting here. Either way, it is making you feel a little anxious, as it should. Usually, that seems pretty normal here. But this is about making a decision. So your obstacle here is there's a decision that you feel like you need to make, or some sort of compromise that needs to be made here. And yeah, we'll get into that. So this is somebody's energy towards you. Possibly the person that you're trying to make this decision with or about. Their energy towards you. Talking shit in reverse, ghosting, chaser. This person, I don't feel like they mean to talk shit. It's not really on purpose here. So if they are talking to somebody about you, it's not in a way to be gossipy. They might be just trying to get advice here. They're not actually like talking shit about you. They are probably talking about you in a positive way. Here, this person might have ghosted you or isn't talking to you as much, but they are chasing you. So they are watching you. I feel like you might be the one who's rejecting them here. This person pretends like it doesn't bother them, like you know, that they don't care, but they do. They do. They do. Okay. Let's see this energy here with you and this person, the connection, the connective energy here. I feel like part of your anxiety is that it's like you know this person is talking about you, but you don't know what they're saying about you, and that's what's causing some of this anxiety for you, because they might not really be very present. They might be a little MIA, and that kind of makes you feel nervous when you don't know where they are. You don't know what they're doing here. It can be that you feel a little rejected here by this person, but I feel it's more that you're the one rejecting them and they're chasing after you. You have some decisions here to make. Definitely. So how is this affecting your connection with this person this week in this current energy? Lots of questions. Lots of questions. We want answers. These colors so far seem very summery. You know, oranges and kind of yellowy, that sort of neon green, yellow, green. It's not a mistake that I notice these things. I just say it. I say the things I notice, especially when the cards are taking fucking forever to come out. So I tend to notice more things. All right. So we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, 8 of Wands, the Fool, and Judgment. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. It's the 9 of Cups in reverse. Need more space. I feel like this connection here, somebody is kind of losing their shit a little here. You know, they don't feel like I feel like this connection, it's not being taken well care of here. I feel like things might be moving a little too fast here, and that it might be also contributing to your anxiety here. I feel like also nothing is really starting here. Somebody's preventing things from starting here. This can be you with the rejection here. Judgment, though, it does feel like the universe is, I wouldn't say, like, I don't feel like the universe is behind the connection, but the universe says this connection here is for a reason. You know, the universe here is calling to you. You know, you feel drawn to this connection. They feel drawn to you. You know, the connection here is here for a reason. There's a purpose for this connection. That's a better way of saying it. But the overall energy here, it's like, it's not, you know, there needs to be more in this connection. There isn't enough. There isn't enough to satisfy you in this connection. There needs to be more here. Okay. So let's get the advice here. Advice or guidance here from Spirit. There's just a stopped feeling here in this connection. Things aren't going anywhere, and I feel like you're the one with this rejection energy, that you're rejecting the connection here on some level. I only say that because your person here is chasing. They're not the one that's running away. So if they're the chaser, guess who's the runner, right? Okay. Tower in reverse, Hanged Man, 7 of Wands in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, and the 4 of Wands. then we have the, I'm going to put this over here, the Hermit in reverse. Okay, so advice here, advice and or guidance here from the universe, from spirit. I feel like you're isolating yourself here. And the advice here from spirit is to be a little more vulnerable, maybe not to put your walls up so high here and run away. This hermit energy here feels a lot like running away. A little bit of running away from your problems here, and it does feel like the main advice here is to be a little more open, a little more vulnerable here. Like don't have your guard up so much when it comes to this connection here. I do feel that, you know, you don't want to like fly into the fire here. I do feel like it is good that, you know, you're avoiding certain things here that will cause problems here. Spirit is kind of like, yes, you know, you don't have to tell the truth. There is a truth here that I feel like, you know, that if you were to say it, you know, it would cause problems. It would cause a lot of problems here in this connection. And, you know, spirit is kind of saying here, like, that's okay for you to not want to reveal this truth yet. You're going to find more opportunities here if you keep that to yourself right now. But it's going to hold you back because it's going to create some things that are a little unsteady here, in this connection. So, you know, as long as you feel this sort of unsteadiness here, it can also be like avoiding hanging out with this person, possibly. Like if you avoid social situations, basically. Not just with this person, but like avoiding social situations so you don't bump into this person, that's going to hold you back. You know, continue to live your life, but you don't have to reveal the truth that you know would, you know, cause some problems here. That may open some opportunities here for you that you don't really know about. What you should do here is just kind of wait and see what happens. This is a big wait and see. Just kind of hang around, see what this person is going to do, see what happens next. It's more like be reactive than to do things. And I know for an Aries, especially because like, I'm an Aries, you know, you tend to be the one that leads. You tend to be the one that does things first. You know, you're the impulsive one. And, you know, this is a big one. You know, just sit back. I know it's hard. Sit on your hands and don't do anything and just kind of watch and see what happens here. Avoid spilling your emotions out, you know, with the Ace of Cups. Avoid just opening the floodgates and saying how you really feel. Like, you know, avoid letting your emotions come out, you know, flood out of you. You know, just try to keep it under wraps here. I feel like that has to do with this Tower as well. Like these feel connected. Just avoid really saying anything. I mean, honestly, the advice or guidance here is basically like, don't avoid doing things that you want to do. Try not to be too truthful here. Kind of, you know, restrain yourself a little bit here. But don't have your guard up too much so that you seem unapproachable. You know, there's a balance here. Again, I know I saw this here and I do see it here. Justice. There's a balance here that you do need to find between being vulnerable but not spilling the beans, okay? And just kind of waiting and feeling out how things are going in this, you know, connection and what's going on here, okay? Surprise cards. I didn't forget about them. These are the surprise cards. This is something that is unexpected. This is the unexpected thing that might happen this week. That's gonna like the curveball here. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, look, unexpected right away. Unexpected income. Okay, despair, distant horizons. So I feel like when you're at your low point this week, so when you're feeling kind of low, feeling kind of disappointed in something here, this is when you might get some unexpected money, funds, or an unexpected something that's valuable, you know, maybe more time or something unexpected, and it's going to come from far away. Or it's either going to come from far away, or it's something that, you know, you've been thinking about for a long time, like a goal or something that has been off in the distance that you hadn't really thought about for a while because you thought, oh, that's so far away, you know, that's not going to happen. So this can be a goal that you've had that you've been trying to kind of reach towards, but you just figure, you know, it's going to take a long time to get there, so you haven't really thought about it for a while. Those types of things. But it just seems like unexpectedly, when you kind of are in a low point, that is something that might happen for you this week. Okay, Aries, that's your reading. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Good luck this week. Take care, and I will talk to you later. Bye.